Welcome back to the Earbuds Awards for 2025. Apologies, this video is typically released at the very start of the year, but the good news is that this has meant I've been able to test even the most recent earbuds released in the past few months. For those who don't know, this video is an in-depth look at all of the very best earbuds on the market, broken down by categories. At this point, I've tested, compared and ranked around 200 pairs of earbuds for features like noise cancellation, microphone quality, the controls, and I've assigned a different weighting to those categories depending on how important they are. Sound quality, for example, is right at the top, whereas things like battery life or whether it has wireless charging carry less weighting for the overall score. I've got two runners-up for each of our key categories today, as well as a winner. There are a couple of interesting special mentions, and we'll wrap things up with the best earbuds based on the overall weighted performance. This video has been months of work in the making, but without further ado, here are the Earbuds Awards finalists for 2025. For the first category, we're going straight in with the mic quality, so these are the best earbuds for phone calls where we've seen huge improvements in only a year. In third place, we have Soundcore's Liberty 4 Pro. These earbuds took the crown for best earbuds under $100, so check out that video for a more in-depth look at them, but one of the strongest aspects was the phone call performance. All of the mic samples you'll hear are taken from real phone calls. I'll start by letting you hear the environmental noise that I'm experiencing in these harsh and windy conditions, and I'll then switch over to let you hear the samples from the earbuds.
So now you're hearing the Liberty 4 Pro, and whilst these don't have the most natural sounding voice, one thing they do better than almost all others is isolating your voice from loud background noise. These have actually been re-ranked ahead of the One More Evo for this reason. Lots of earbuds sound great in quiet places, they can even sound more natural than these do, but they just can't handle noisy environments quite like these can.
Beyond this, they have an impressive spec sheet, a feature-packed companion app, an interesting smart charging case, and powerful sound that can reach incredibly high volume levels. They're a top performer all round, and something that sets them apart from a lot of the market's best earbuds, they offer excellent value for money. In second place, we have Huawei's FreeBuds Pro 3. Now these were actually the third placed entry for noise cancellation in last year's video, so we know they have fantastic ANC, and where there's great ANC, there's usually a great microphone system.
So I'll now give you a mic sample from the FreeBuds Pro 3, and this is how they sound. So I think they isolate your voice just as well as the Soundcore earbuds do, but your voice doesn't sound as muffled or robotic. With such strong ANC performance, this also allows you to really focus on your calls. So combining this with how clearly your voice comes through, even in noisy environments, these are a fantastic option for phone calls.
The spec sheet shows some signs of aging now, and Android users will still have to sideload the companion app. But that takes nothing away from how feature-packed these earbuds are, and like Soundcore's entry, they're one of the best earbuds you can buy based on the ranked overall performance. Some of you may have guessed then that our mic quality winner is Huawei's latest model, the FreeBuds Pro 4. Now at first glance, these appear to simply be the Pro 3s just with a new lick of paint, and I'll be honest, the actual upgrades don't extend much further than that. The new model comes with foam ear tips, which for a lot of people can actually really improve both the sound and ANC performance. And as someone who normally prefers silicone tips, I do actually really like these. But the spec sheet almost entirely matches the previous gen model. There's a tiny battery improvement, a slightly newer codec available to Huawei phone users, but they didn't even bother to update the Bluetooth version from 5.2, which, unless that's a typo on the spec sheet, really is a missed opportunity to bring further improvements. Still, the earbuds have wonderful pinch and swipe controls, a comprehensive feature list in the companion app, and with fantastic ANC and great sound quality, these also ranked very highly on the overall performance. The sound here is deep, rich and powerful, though you'd be hard-pressed to find much of a change from the previous model. These sit just inside the top 25 for sound quality, so that's very good, although not quite competing with the sort of clarity and detail that the very best performers offer in that category.
But let's get back to the category they're leading for, which is of course the mic quality. So you're listening now to the older Pro 3 model, and like I said, I am in a reasonably noisy and very windy environment, and I'll switch over now to the new model. So you're listening now to the FreeBuds Pro 4, and is there a huge difference from the previous model? No, I don't think so. But are they slightly better and deserving of being ranked ahead of them? Yes, I think so. They just seem to isolate your voice a tiny bit better. There's less of that background fuzz that creeps in with your voice. But honestly, they're so close to the previous model, and not just in terms of the mic quality either. They were pretty much side by side in almost all of the categories I compared.
So I really wouldn't say these are worth switching to if you own the FreeBuds Pro 3 already, and actually you'll likely be able to find them a lot cheaper than this latest model, so they're probably worth buying instead. But both are fantastic options as overall performers. Huawei is leading the way when it comes to phone calls, and the FreeBuds Pro 4 are the current mic quality champion. Our next category is for active noise cancellation, the earbuds that are best at blocking out the noise around you. Now, technically, Bose would run away with all three top spots here. Their noise cancellation is so good, it's so far ahead of the competition that it's not even close. But I'd only recommend people buy either of the two newest models and not the aging QC2, which means our third placed entry today is actually Apple's AirPods Pro 2. Yes, I understand this entry is a bit boring. AirPods Pro 2 seem to have been around for ages now, and that's in part down to Apple's approach to add improvements and over-the-air upgrades to the AirPods rather than releasing a new model. It does mean that AirPods Pro 2 are better now and offer more features than they did a few years ago, but one thing they've always been excellent for is ANC. They not only block out a huge amount of noise, but they've got really smart adaptive modes, conversation awareness, hearing assistance, loud noise protection, and they've also got one of the best transparency modes of any pair of earbuds on the market. The thing about AirPods is that they've got convenience features that no other earbuds can offer to Apple users, and that means there's an argument for buying them that trumps anything even a weighted ranking system like mine can account for. For Android users, it's hard to justify the value for money, even though you'd also be able to benefit from the great ANC. But for iPhone users, I totally get why lots of you are choosing these over the increasingly large number of better sounding earbuds out there. They deservedly take the third spot for noise cancellation, but perhaps their true value lies elsewhere. In second place, we have the second generation Bose Quiet Comfort earbuds. I think we all know who takes the number one spot then, but I'm actually going to dedicate a bit more time to this Bose model because they're pretty underrated and actually better earbuds than the number one pick. So firstly, the ANC performance is exceptional. Just like our winners, these are just so far ahead of the rest of the competition. The transparency or ambient mode is also good, though it can have quite a loud hiss. These are far from the lightest or smallest earbuds on the market, but they're actually surprisingly comfortable, as the name suggests, and with these wingtips, they fit very securely in the ear. They've got responsive touch controls, and something that's rather unique for earbuds is hands-free voice control that works on any phone. A small number of earbuds offer things like Hey Google control, but that only works on Android phones. Apple's Hey Siri only works on iPhones. Whereas the voice control here is specifically for these earbuds, and it works well. The spec sheet includes an 8.5 hour playtime, an IPX4 protection rating, and wireless charging support.
The mic quality is the weak aspect of these earbuds. Here is a sample from the Bose Quiet Comfort, which sounds okay in quiet locations, but they can muffle or even clip your voice when you've got background noise. So if phone calls are a priority to you, then that may be a reason to avoid these, because the mic quality is just okay.
The sound quality is punchy and expressive with a clean, albeit slightly scooped mid-range. It's just lacking in crisp details, sparkling treble, and any real sense of soundstage compared to other modern competitors. It should certainly be good enough for someone prioritizing ANC performance, but these rank just above average in terms of our sound quality ranks. People will look at the Bose Quiet Comfort earbuds, notice they're not Bose's flagship, and therefore possibly overlook them. But the value for money here is excellent, especially with recent discounts, and the noise cancellation in particular is outstanding. So it's no real secret that our ANC winner, once again, is the flagship Bose QC Ultra. Like AirPods, we saw these in last year's video, but these absolutely deserve their place at the top here once again. Now I've made it clear that I think Bose's cheaper Quiet Comfort model are the better buy overall. But I wanted to be consistent, this is the ANC award category, and the Ultra model is ever so slightly better here. But here's why I've ranked the cheaper model ahead of the Ultra overall. Despite their appearance, the two earbuds are essentially matched in terms of the fit and comfort. Both have relatively bulky charging cases, but only the non-Ultra model offers wireless charging. One of the biggest disadvantages of the Ultra though is that you can't toggle ANC off. That's been a Bose problem for a number of years now, one they thankfully fixed for the newer QC model. But it's crazy they haven't patched this with a software update for the Ultra. Being stuck in either ANC or ambient mode drains the battery life, and lo and behold, battery life is better on the cheaper model. In the Ultra's defense, I do like having swipe for volume control, and I use this more than the voice control on the Quiet Comfort earbuds.
So to give you an idea of how these sound for phone calls, the Ultra model offers a 4 mic setup compared to 3, and this does give a marginal improvement in the call quality. It's still not great in either model, but it does sound slightly better with the flagship. These rank around 20 places higher in the mic quality category, but that's still only average overall.
Now, the sound quality is actually pretty close between these two, despite the marketing telling you that this is one of the key benefits of the Ultra in comparison. It does offer Snapdragon sound, so it wins for codecs, and the slightly more powerful bass and more detailed treble does rank them a few places higher for sound quality. But the immersive or spatial audio that used to be an additional benefit is being brought to the QC model anyway. Plus, the app is better with the newer QC model, with better features, including a 5-band EQ versus only 3 bands for the Ultra. The Bose Quiet Comfort earbuds offer a better feature set and longer battery life, which go a long way in offsetting the benefits you get with the Ultra. At $100 cheaper, they certainly offer far better value for money, and the ANC performance is close enough that this shouldn't really be a factor. All you need to know is that Bose is still the clear reigning champion when it comes to noise cancellation. Our next key category is for the best earbuds for workouts. There are multiple factors here, like how securely the earbud fits in the ear, durability and ingress protection, and other sports-related features. In third place, we have Soundcore's Sport X20, which I believe are the best earhook-style earbuds on the market right now, beating the likes of the new Powerbeats Pro 2. The earhooks give guaranteed security. These aren't going to drop from your ears mid-workout, but you also get a good ear tip selection to ensure a tight and isolating seal in the ear. They're surprisingly small and lightweight too, so comfort is a key selling point here. Lots of you will enjoy seeing physical button controls as opposed to touch controls, though their positioning on the earbuds is weirdly awkward. They've got effective ANC and mic performance, an excellent 12-hour battery life, and they come with an IP68 protection rating. That means both dustproofing, and you can even submerge them underwater, so that's truly complete peace of mind for workouts. The sound quality here won't blow you away, but the bass-heavy tuning is fitting for an earbud designed for exercising. It's certainly a warmer tone than Soundcore's typical tuning, and intentionally so. You get a lot of scope for customization in the app, with personalized and custom tuning, and you can crank up the bass to thundering levels if you desire. The Sport X20 are missing some desirable features like wearing detection, wireless charging, and Google Fast Pair, but they offer excellent value for money. I picked up mine refurbished from Soundcore for less than £60, so they're a great budget option. In second place, we have Sennheiser's new Momentum Sport. Their previous Sport model is a former favourite of mine, and this new model has a lot of interesting sports features. For example, built-in heart rate tracking, temperature sensing, and connections to fitness tracking devices. That makes them rather unique actually. The earbud design has a great selection of ear tip sizes and, most importantly, wingtips to secure the earbuds in place for an unshakable fit. They've also got an IP55 protection rating, so that covers some dust ingress and withstands jets of water, and even the unusually large case has some protections too. The control system allows you to tap in front of your ears, which may be useful mid-workout, though I personally found the controls to be one of the weaker aspects. The ANC is effective though, and there are transparency and anti-wind modes too. Perhaps the best feature of all though is the sound quality. This is Sennheiser after all. We don't quite reach the same level as the flagship Momentum 4, but I can tell you that these are without a doubt the best sounding sports earbuds on the market. And that could be a deal maker if you want these to double up as your regular daily earbuds too. There's a bass boost mode you can toggle on as well to give that warmer, bass heavy sound that's popular for workouts. I'd imagine some will be deterred by the steep price tag, though they seem to be heavily discounted right now, so it could be a great time to buy. But putting the price aside, they're an excellent pair of workout earbuds. But our workouts winner for the second year in a row is Jabra's Elite 8 Active. Okay, not quite 2 years in a row since this is the newer second gen model, but the upgrade only added some smart case features and spatial audio, so the Gen 1 buds would perform equally as well. The standout feature is the impressive durability. Jabra claims the IP68 protection and military-grade shock and thermal testing make these the toughest earbuds on the market, and they're probably right. Even the charging case has water resistance. The shake grip material gives the earbuds a grippy texture, so they stay secure even without any wingtips, and the button controls are easy to use even out in the rain. These are one of the few earbuds to offer hands-free voice control as well. There's an impressive spec sheet here, including an excellent 14-hour battery life, wireless charging, and Jabra's feature-packed companion app brings great customization. This second-gen model brings LE audio to the charging case as well, which means you're able to plug directly into devices and stream the audio to the earbuds. Very few earbuds offer this feature.
The mic quality is one of the weaker aspects, and these don't live up to Jabra's previous high standards. They sound okay, as hopefully you can hear, but they definitely could be better with isolating your voice when you've got loud background noise. So they rank just below average in terms of the mic quality rankings. The ANC is quite effective though, should you wish to block out your surroundings, or equally to let them in using Jabra's hear-through.
Sound quality is pleasant and relaxing with a slightly warm tone. But much like Soundcore's Sport X20, it's nothing particularly special by today's standards. You get decent custom tuning options in the app, and Dolby Audio can be toggled on, though it's not one of the better spatial modes in my opinion. The sound is plenty good enough for an average user, and especially for a workout earbud designed for environments where you won't be fully focused on nuanced details anyway. So with the impressive feature set, these could happily double up as a very capable daily driver. It's a shame Jabra has pulled out of the earbuds game, but they're bowing out in style with the Elite 8 Active Gen 2. The market-leading durability, extensive battery life, and comprehensive feature set make them suitable for almost all types of workout. Plus, the small, comfortable form factor will work really well for lots of people. Now, before the next category, I've got to quickly mention today's video sponsor, viaim, who've recently released something quite fitting for this video, I think. Their new Rec. Earbuds have a built-in AI assistant, and this allows you to get real-time transcriptions and translations through the earbuds. You can do this on a live phone call or to capture a face-to-face dialogue. If you're in a meeting situation, you can even record a group conversation with the earbuds in the case, where there's a pickup range of around 7 meters. There's a dedicated flash record button to get you started instantly without needing to reach for the companion app. You're even able to distinguish different speakers, and there's a wide range of support to use these with various conferencing apps. With your audio captured, you're able to share, transcribe, and translate into 15 different languages. The viaim AI assistant can also format and process your transcriptions, forming to-do lists and summaries. This is an excellent example of how AI can be integrated into a pair of earbuds for a genuinely helpful use case. Rec. are also just a regular pair of earbuds though. They feature ANC, voice control, wireless charging, and they're boasting a pretty decent spec sheet. Because they've sponsored the video, I haven't ranked them as part of my comparison list. I don't think that would be fair. But I can say that the all-round performance, the noise cancellation, the sound quality, and in particular the microphone quality is very good. So if you're interested in these and want to learn more, I'll have links to them down in the video description. They are well worth checking out. The next category is the big one, sound quality. These are the top 3 best sounding earbuds on the market right now. First up is the Beoplay 11 from Bang & Olufsen, which narrowly beat the PI8 from B&W to 3rd place. These are the successor to the Beoplay EX, which have featured in previous awards videos, and I'll be honest, they don't do much to build on them. The luxury design, the premium metal charging case, and fancy accessories, they all seem familiar. The touch controls, the app, and feature set, they're all pretty much the same. The spec sheet, that's basically identical as well. And whilst a premium earbud having an IP57 protection rating is unusual and great to see, it's crazy that they stuck with the old Bluetooth 5.2. No new codecs either. B&O claim improved ANC, but I found it's only marginally better, though I did find the mic quality was quite substantially improved, so that claim checks out. And finally, the sound quality, yeah, that's basically exactly the same as the Beoplay EX as well. Now, that's not necessarily a bad thing, because these earbuds sound fantastic. The clarity and instrument separation is wonderful, they're balanced really nicely with no overpowering bass, and yet still offer a lot of room to tweak to your preference with the custom EQ. The mid-range is just so clear here, and vocals really shine. It's hard to find a downside, but I guess if anything, the max volume could be a tad higher. The Beoplay 11 are maybe somewhat disappointing when viewed as an upgrade to the Beoplay EX. I must admit, I wanted more. B&O definitely didn't bring nearly enough upgrades to justify this release, nor the extortionate price tag. So if you can find the previous model at a discounted price, definitely go for those instead. However, these are still impressive earbuds in their own right, and with sound quality this good, certainly worthy of a place in this list. Dropping into 2nd place from its previous winning position is the DVLA Gemini 2. I wasn't sure anything would be able to dethrone last year's best sounding earbuds, but it's finally happened. Gemini 2 has a comfortable design, responsive touch controls, and surprisingly strong and effective noise cancellation and transparency, but the feature set and specs do let down their overall performance. They're also stuck with Bluetooth 5.2, no high-res codecs at all, no Google Fast Pair, and the mere 5-hour battery life just doesn't cut it in 2025. The mic quality isn't all that great either, and you'll find the companion app to be pretty feature light. You can't even toggle ANC off. So the earbuds suffer for the features surrounding the sound quality, but if that's your only priority, these still offer incredible performance. There's a lovely spacious quality to the sound, a genuine sense of soundstage, and greater depth to the bass than you get from the Beoplay earbuds. They're not quite as balanced in the stock settings. I think a slight treble boost is needed to unlock their full potential, but once you do, the detail and finesse is seriously impressive. These also reach super loud volume levels, so I definitely think these will appeal to a lot more people. It's a shame the other aspects of Gemini don't match up to the quality of the sound, because we'd then have a truly outstanding pair of earbuds on our hands. The price tag will still be quite steep when you're essentially paying for the sound quality alone, but that doesn't necessarily mean it won't be worth it. But the new sound quality winner for 2025 is Noble's Focus Rex 5. Now, this is a pair of earbuds I initially bounced off of. The neutral tuning kind of caught me by surprise, but these earbuds are truly geared towards audiophiles. They're available in this bold green colour, but the aluminium construction for both the earbuds and the charging case is undoubtedly premium. This does add some weight and bulk to the earbuds, as do the 5 drivers inside, so comfort is not a major strength, but it's fine. They can start to ache after a couple of hours though. What's nice is that you get a great selection of different ear tips, including foam tips and even some double flanged options. The touch controls are reasonably responsive, and there's a little bit of customization for those in the feature-light companion app. Otherwise, you've just got the ANC selection and a few different EQ options, so there's no real need to ever use the app once you've tuned the sound to your preference. The spec sheet looks a lot more healthy and modern here with the latest Bluetooth 5.4, and battery life is more reasonable at up to 7 hours. It's nice to see both aptX Adaptive as well as LDAC too. But one major downside is that there's no ingress protection rating at all, so that means you're going to need to be extra careful with these super expensive earbuds. I really wish they had even just some basic splash proofing.
The mic quality here was actually a lot better than expected. These don't tend to filter out a lot of background noise, so they may struggle in noisy environments, and wind noise can be an issue too. But they do pick up your voice quite clearly, and these rank just above average for the overall mic quality rankings. The ANC and transparency were less impressive though, as is often the case with audio-focused earbuds. It's just not particularly strong. But perhaps that's intentionally so as to not impact the sound quality too much.
The sound quality is pretty unique and really something quite special. Unlike the vast majority of earbuds, which are tuned towards an average consumer with a slightly overpowering, boomy low end and a V-shaped curve, these are refreshingly neutral in tone and clearly geared towards audiophiles. I can even see some people finding the bass lacking here because of how accustomed we've become to that typical bassy sound. It almost felt like my ears needed to adjust to the sound here and learn to appreciate the richness and depth to the low end. The 5-driver setup includes a powerful dynamic driver, a precise planar driver, and 3 balanced armature drivers, and these combine to offer a truly precise, defined, and highly detailed sound. It's just so open, and these offer the best instrument separation I've heard from any pair of earbuds. The bass is rich and full, the mid-range is extremely well detailed, and the treble is crystal clear. I've not heard resolution quite like this. There's buckets of volume here too, and you can really crank it up without straying into the realms of distortion. Brace yourselves though, because Noble's Focus Rex 5 will set you back a crazy $449, so these aren't going to be for everyone. But I guess that's the price you'll have to pay to get the very best sound quality from a pair of earbuds right now. Just before we come to the best overall performers, I've got a few special mentions that deserve a place here. The first is for the Pixel Buds Pro 2, which I'm including here as the Comfort Award winner. Now, I used to have comfort as a key category in these awards videos, but the problem is it's just so subjective, and you'd often end up with lots of cheap, frankly rubbish earbuds scoring well here simply for being small and light. The Pixel Buds Pro 2 are also very small and super comfortable earbuds that should fit the vast majority of people really nicely, but they're also fantastic earbuds all round. They actually rank in 4th for the overall score. They've got really responsive touch and swipe controls, and possibly my favourite earbuds charging case with its compact size, useful built-in speaker, and satisfying thunk as it snaps shut. They've got really decent call quality, dynamic, versatile sound, and extremely impressive ANC. The spec sheet speaks to a feature-packed pair of earbuds, and of course these include hands-free access to the Gemini Assistant as a great selling point. So these are easily my top pick for an incredibly comfortable pair of earbuds. They just happen to have excellent all-round performance too. The second mention is for the best transparency mode on the market, Samsung's Galaxy Buds 3 Pro. It's admittedly not the highest weighted aspect, but it does form part of the overall score, and it gives me an opportunity to talk about a great pair of earbuds that would otherwise miss out. The Buds 3 Pro can amplify your surroundings incredibly clearly, and without being spoiled by a loud hiss. You might even find your surroundings are easier to hear with the earbuds in than without. That's how good it is. You can adjust the ambient sound level though, and even set this to turn on during phone calls or when voices or sirens are detected. It's pretty smart. They've got an impressive spec sheet, really great pinch and swipe controls, a comfortable design, and strong all-round performance. They rank inside the top 30 overall. The Buds 3 Pro often get overlooked. The Samsung exclusive features put some people off, and they can't quite seem to rank at the top of any of the key categories. But even for non-Samsung users, there's a lot to like here, so they're well worth considering. And the final special mention is for the battery winner. Now, I was initially reluctant to include battery because, like with comfort, you often get earbuds that are great for battery life, but end up being pretty useless at everything else. Plus, when you go past sort of 10 hours, surely you're getting diminishing returns. I mean, who's listening to their earbuds for 10 hours straight? Anyway, if you are one of those people interested, then the Battery Life Award goes to Audio-Technica's ATH CKS 50TW. A nice snappy name there. These have an insane 20-hour playtime on a single charge and up to 50 hours in total in the case. You're still getting 15 hours when using ANC. Now, having ranked these in the system, the overall performance wasn't ultimately that impressive. I think the rather bland design represents that quite nicely. The mic quality isn't great, and the ANC and sound quality were just average, though some may appreciate the flatter tuning you get here. In all honesty, I'd struggle to actually recommend these over better value alternatives. But as far as I'm aware, these are the market leader for battery life. But let's get back to earbuds I definitely can recommend and enter the final category, the best earbuds overall. So this is after factoring in every aspect, spec and feature, all weighted according to how important most people find them. The third placed earbud overall is actually Technic's AZ80, last year's awards winner and one I've got a dedicated review on. However, and spoiler alert, I'm going to talk about their successor later on. It might not make any sense to get the 80s now, so for that reason I'm actually going to skip them and move down the list. I just wanted to give you the honest results. Obviously, I mentioned that the Pixel Buds Pro 2 are our fourth placed finisher, so it would be those next. But following them and featuring in this year's awards video are the Buds Pro 3 from OnePlus. Now these are actually quite a substantial improvement over their predecessor in terms of performance. They come in this lovely textured yet compact charging case, and the earbuds are both very comfortable and have really great pinch and swipe controls. Here's the spec sheet, and you can see they tick a lot of boxes in terms of the feature set, including an excellent companion app, game mode, and high-res listening. There's even an AI live translation feature here that works with my OnePlus 13. But the score was also boosted by having great performance across the mic, ANC, and sound quality. They're almost uniquely consistent there, and whilst none of those on their own would allow them to rank in a top 3 spot, these do combine to form excellent all-round performance. Here's a quick mic sample from the OnePlus Buds Pro 3.
I find that they isolate your voice pretty well, whilst ensuring your voice comes through loudly, clearly, and not too distorted. There's also quite strong adaptive noise cancellation to help improve the phone call experience further.
The OnePlus Buds Pro 3 have lively, energetic sound with pounding deep bass and a clear high end. There's a slight V-shaped curve to the tuning, but it's one that I'm sure will appeal to most people. There are lots of ways to customize the sound to your preference anyway, with personalized and custom tuning and a pretty decent spatial audio mode. The OnePlus Buds Pro 3 have essentially no weaknesses, and they undercut a lot of the market's top performers when it comes to the price. They thoroughly deserve their place as one of the best all-round earbuds. In second place is JBL's Tour Pro 3, a pair of earbuds lots of you have commented and asked about, and for good reason. The design hasn't changed much from their predecessor, but the under-the-hood performance has. They're perhaps best known for their smart charging case with its LED touch control panel. You can access a lot of features and controls here without needing to take your phone out of your pocket. But honestly, I don't really ever use this, and even taking the smart case features away, these earbuds would still feature here. The JBL app shows just how feature-packed these are, giving Sony a run for its money with rare perks like Smart Talk, personal sound amplification, a max volume limiter to protect your hearing, and loads of useful sound settings for phone calls to improve both your and your caller's voice. The ANC and ambient modes are customizable, and I really like JBL's talk-through, which lowers the music volume as it turns on transparency. The touch controls can be customized to let you utilize lots of these different features at the same time.
And for our penultimate mic quality sample, the Talk Pro 3 uses strong voice isolation to ensure you have extremely low background noise filtering in during calls, usually none at all. It's aggressive enough to sometimes muffle your voice, but it does mean that these can be used in extremely tough conditions. There's also extremely strong ANC. These are a top 10 performer for ANC, so that's another great advantage of these earbuds.
The earbuds carry over a lot of their great features from their predecessor, but what previously let them down was JBL's signature bass-heavy sound. The Talk Pro 3 improves significantly in this area and bring much better balance, clarity, and detail. They haven't lost any of the depth to the bass, it's just now more controlled, and they've balanced the other frequencies so there's not such a mellow, warm tone anymore. You've got loads of EQ options here, spatial sound modes, and personalised tuning based on your hearing level. There's no other pair of earbuds on the market right now boasting a feature set as comprehensive as this. So many useful features. With a ton of customization options and great all-round performance, I guess it makes the fact that something has managed to beat these all the more impressive. That pair of earbuds and the 2025 winner for the best overall performer is Technic's AZ100. Regular viewers who've seen my dedicated review on these probably saw this coming, and when you're building on the platform of success set by the excellent AZ80, it's no wonder these are so good. As a smaller and lighter model than the 80s, they're going to fit a lot more people comfortably. They've got responsive, versatile controls, and the Technics app gives you a huge range of customization and extra features, a lot of which you don't see in other earbuds. Technics are still the only company offering 3-device multi-points in a pair of earbuds. But the spec sheet in general is pretty impressive, including up to 12 hours of battery life, IPX4 protection, along with Bluetooth LE and Auracast support.
Technics introduced voice AI to the AZ100.
So they use an AI algorithm to help reduce background sounds. They demoed some examples in some pretty extreme situations, and I myself can vouch for the performance in noisy environments. These don't have the most natural sounding voice, it can be a bit robotic, but the fact that these can be used in so many environments mean that these scored pretty well for phone calls.
They also did for noise cancellation and transparency. These sit just outside of the top 10 for ANC. Both of these are fully customizable, and there's an adaptive ANC mode as well. What else makes the AZ100 rather unique is their magnetic fluid driver technology to enhance sound quality. I think this gives them an edge over the AZ80, which already sounded pretty great in their own right. The sound here is rich and expressive, with powerful bass, a clear but detailed mid-range, and some crisp treble to balance things out. They're knocking on the door of that elite sound quality group, if not being a member themselves, and you've got loads of customization options, including one of the best implementations of Dolby Atmos spatial audio. As with our other best overall finalists, you'd be hard-pressed to find any real weakness with the AZ100. They exceed our other two finalists in terms of the spec sheet, comfort, and most crucially, with sound quality. At just under $300, these are certainly one of the more premium options out there. But they also comfortably claim the coveted title of best earbuds on the market right now. Okay, so there we have all of our finalists for 2025. Some truly fantastic options, and hopefully this video has helped you, whether you're looking for earbuds that excel in a particular area, or if you're just looking for the best all-rounders. Obviously, I couldn't cover the earbuds in much depth, or the video would be hours long. There's also a bunch of great earbuds that went into the testing process that didn't quite make the cut. So do leave any questions you might have, such as why your favourite didn't make it. I should be able to help you out. Now, you may have noticed that the price was not factored in here, and intentionally so. Prices fluctuate, and they can vary by region, so I don't include them. Instead, I make separate videos on the best value earbuds, such as the best earbuds under $100. So if you're interested in those types of videos, then I'll have all of the latest versions linked down below in the video description. If this was helpful, then please give the video a like to let me know, and if you want to see more videos like this one, then be sure to subscribe and also hit the bell icon to turn on notifications. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.